Tarzan Jiu-Jitsu.
Ernie was Donatello in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. He was Kino in Ninja Turtles 2. He kicked the shit out of The Rock in The Rundown.
Yes.
He's brilliant. He can walk on air. He's like no other martial artist.
Are you also exercising on those round balls that you work out? Because you're like bouncing up and down.
Well, I'm sitting on one here.
Oh, see, I was guessing it. I was guessing it right.
This is going to be a little bit more edgier than any of the stuff that I've ever done, and I look forward to doing some of that stuff. I think that, you know, a lot of the stuff that I've done up to this point has been pretty family friendly. Like I said, the Rock stuff was, you know, awesome. But I think that in terms of this project, the kind of action and stuff that we're kind of talking about and putting together, you know, on paper and kind of doing some sort of previs stuff is going to be definitely something different in terms of people that have seen me do stuff. This is going to definitely be a lot edgier.
His character is so cool and so sick that, you know, I will say this. His character is kind of very layered. You know, he appears in many forms over the course. But you know, Ernie can basically do anything. You know, better than almost anyone I've ever seen on the face of the planet. He's been doing it since he's. I don't know, Ernie. When did you start doing martial arts? When you were born?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing martial arts my whole life. And you know, Jessica, that was also kind of one of the things that drew me. Not only just the action design, you know, I think just the opportunity to do something, you know, unique and different, but it was also just from an actor's standpoint to play a role that was a little bit darker than, you know, some of the things that I've done in the past and have the kind of the action resemble that. And, you know, when Digger started talking to me, you know, about my character and how sick and twisted it was, I became very excited.
I can tell. I'm glad you finally get to do something that you really wanted. You seem almost like a little bit regretful. You're like, they're so family friendly.
I love doing family friendly stuff. I grew up doing Disney, you know, productions, and it's awesome. It's wonderful. But in terms of like pure action design, and choreography, you have to take that into consideration. So from the, you know, the angles of, you know, of the shots to, you know, the way that the stunt guys take reactions to your blows, that all has to be, so the impact of the fight scenes have to be consistently toned down. And, you know, it's still a lot of fun because it takes a special skill to kind of choreograph and design action stuff that, you know, will still be entertaining and exciting and at the same time not too violent. But this gives an opportunity to kind of, you know, like I said, push the boundary. And, you know, I love, you know, growing up doing all the family friendly stuff, but I am excited about doing stuff because you see films like The Raid and, you know, these kinds of stuff that have come out more recently. And, you know, I think that we can really give everybody a run for their money.
Oh, well said.
Yes, very. Thank you so much for Skyping in.
Thanks for calling in, Ernie. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm going to get back to my assassin training.
Yay!
I'll talk to you guys soon.
I think you'd better start counting.